Well, it's time for another Think Good conversation. And today I'm talking about snowflakes, and it's July. So, why am I talking about snowflakes in July? Well, we oftentimes use snowflakes as a metaphor to describe our individual uniqueness, right? It's said that no snowflake is like any other snowflake. And I've been pondering a lot about this over the last few weeks in the middle of a heat wave because I wanted to share some insight into this concept of accessing our unique brilliance. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to attend an amazing, magical online retreat with my very good friend and mentor, Alexandra Takeda. And the focus of the retreat was on expanding abundance, expanding and embodying abundance. One of the most powerful takeaways for me personally was really leaning into a concept around each of us being one of our own oneness, one of our own oneness. And I wanted to share this concept with you as it applies to leadership. And each of us are snowflakes in the world, leading our own lives, leading our home lives, and leading our work lives. Each one of us does this a little bit differently. And so when we understand,
I found this on the web.
When we understand what our unique snowflakeness or unique brilliance is, we can reconsider how we lead our own lives and step more powerfully into things that we are exceptionally good at and talented at. You know, this concept has also been really helpful for me in my own business. And this concept of unique brilliance is something that has come up in a coaching program I'm part of called Bold Heart. And we've talked about unique brilliance in terms very specifically of solopreneurship and entrepreneurship. And, you know, it's funny because for the first few years of my business, for the first maybe in 3 years, and I'm going to say I'm in year 3.5 right now, I thought I had to do everything myself. I was very much, as most entrepreneurs and especially solopreneurs think, the chief cook and bottle washer, right? When you are running your own business, especially from the get-go, you are the accountant, you are the marketing team, you are the scheduler, the program manager, you're everything. But, you know, what I have found and where I'm evolving as a leader is that I'm not good at all of those things. I'm not uniquely brilliant in every area. I'm uniquely brilliant in some very special areas. For me, it's around my energy, my enthusiasm, my ability to connect with other people, my ability to share my story. And so I've really had to think about in my own business how this shows up as, you know, leading my own time, leading my own life, and building my own business. And when I do this, when I sort of feel like I can figure that out, it takes a tremendous amount of pressure off of me because I know I can ask for help in things that are not in my snowflake lane, right? I oftentimes felt, not just as a solopreneur, but I often felt this as a nonprofit leader and certainly as a mom, that I was having a lot of trouble juggling a lot of things. And it can be super exhausting to feel that way. So, you know, how does understanding your unique brilliance help you? Well, it really does take the pressure of doing it all away from us. And I know, I'm already hearing the pushback I'm getting from you, right? The pushback on, you know, yeah, Deb, we all have limiting beliefs, whatever. But I know that I am uniquely brilliant in doing my own business or leading my own organization. And, you know, push comes to shove, I can do it all. And I just want to say, I'm not sure that that is so true. And so I wanted to share a couple of limiting beliefs you might be experiencing as we talk about this subject. First of all, so many people think that work has to be hard, right? We talk about a grind, and certainly my generation as a boomer, and I think some other generations as well, really associate work as being hard. For example, that old expression, if you're not enjoying some part of your work, well, that's why they call it work, right? That's why they call it a job. As leaders, when we're thinking about our unique brilliance and trying to spend more time in our unique brilliance, and I'm going to be talking about this more next week, it means that we have to let go of some of our tasks and that we have to delegate to other people or actually hire other people to support us. So another limiting belief is I don't have the financial resources to give away any part of my work. Well, I know in my business, my hourly rate, so to speak, it's not really an hourly rate, but if any of you would translate your hourly rate, you might start to say, am I using my skills and my day in a way that highlights my unique brilliance? And maybe I would make more money, or maybe our organization might be more successful if I allowed other people to do that low-hanging fruit work that I'm not good at and is not in my zone of unique brilliance. Another limiting belief is I'm a perfectionist. And I hear this all the time, right? I'm a perfectionist leads to I have to control the work and I have to be able to do it myself. And then we wonder why we're walking around exhausted. So, focusing on our unique brilliance really gives us a better sense of what we should hold on to as leaders and what we need to delegate. The same friend who did the retreat last week, Alexandra Takeda, shared a really powerful quote that I love. Frustration is normalized suffering. Oh my gosh, frustration is normalized suffering. And how many of us feel like we're suffering? I'm thrilled to say that I'm finally at a place in my business where I'm feeling a lot of ease in my business. And so I am not frustrated on a daily basis, but with the leaders that I work with and my clients, their plates just getting fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller. And again, we should really be figuring out what our unique brilliance is so we can focus on work, first of all, that we love and enjoy and best serves our organization. I mean, what would it be like for you to work in a state of ease and grace instead of struggle and exhaustion? So here's a few questions I'll leave you with to consider. What if we could all focus at work on our unique areas of brilliance? What would that look like for you? What if each of us could truly bring our best stuff to the world on a regular basis? So if you're somebody who went into nonprofit work to really serve clients and you get a lot of joy from serving clients, and you might have progressed through that old Peter principle, right? We're promoted to our highest level of incompetence and we're not feeling joy anymore. Does that maybe make us think that we need to get back in some way to that unique brilliance piece of things in our lives and in our work? Thirdly, what would it feel like to let go of what we hate doing? What would it feel like to let go of what we hate doing? And then finally, how would we lead differently from a place of our unique gifts? So I want you to think about this before the next time I pop on next week, because once you start to figure out that unique brilliance for yourself, some things can really shift in your life and in your business. It's hard to free yourself from all of these limiting beliefs and to really embrace your inner snowflake. But I encourage you to do so, and I'm always here to support you. And if you're not following me on a regular basis and you'd like to check out my socials at the Think Good Company, that's our website, or if you'd like to check me out on Facebook at Think Good or Think Courageously, I'd love for you to join me there because we talk about this constantly, your strengths in these neighborhoods. Have a great day, and remember to always think courageously and think good.